Hello everyone, and welcome to another Let's Play with me, LawFromChaos, and these are the laws of Minecraft. Okay, and so, since the last time we were here, I built a little tiny shelter that I could stand in. Not a bad idea to have one of these. Depending on the server, sometimes you can stand here for a while, just when you've gotten off, you're done, and you can let things grow. And a lot of things have grown while I've been gone, and you can see I've made a few changes. One of the more important ones is this one right here. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you take eggs and you launch them in the ground. Oh, and this happened to be perfect because this time it produced a baby chicken, which is exactly what we wanted it to do. And so you get eggs from the sieving the dirt. And so I got my first chicken from that. Now I've got two. And when this one grows up, I will have two chickens and I can then produce more. As you can see, I've got the crucible here and it does have some lava in it. And I've got a lovely farm going, and since I was gone for quite a while, we've got quite a bit in it. And we got lots of apples. It looks like this is not going to grow here in between the two of them. Oh well. Lots of sugarcane. Whenever I come back, the first thing I always do is crops and sugarcane. So you can see that's not a bad way to go. Okay, perfect. So every time I do the sugarcane, I actually get enough to do 2 and almost 3 blocks of dirt, which is not bad. As far as the farming goes, generally speaking, let me just show you a trick with this. You don't want to put the wheat directly in for composting. You usually want to turn it into bread, actually. But it depends on what way you turn it into bread, whether that's a good plan or not. Plant everything. Yada yada yada. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys know this, but apples, once they're at full maturity, if you just leave them long enough, they start falling off. So eventually you could probably make a farm if you have a vacuum hopper or something like that. That would just automatically produce apples while you were doing other things. So, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Okay, so we got all this. Now, one nice thing about wheat is you can actually take it, do this, turn it directly into wheat flour, and then if you just bake the wheat flour, you'll end up with bread, which we've already got some in here. And then you can compost that over here. But I promised you that we would work with the crucible, so we'll get to that right now. Okay, so I've produced a number of ingots here, and I wanted to briefly show you how that works. Okay, so when you sieve gravel, you get this kind of stuff, right? Broken ores of various kinds. Promethium. Actually, this is probably the one I'm going to use, because I'm less likely to use promethium, and I think any 3 ingots of any kind will work. And so every 4 of these will produce one of these ore gravel, and the ore gravel, you could smelt the ore gravel directly, but if you hit it with one of the hammers, there's a reason it's called ex nihilo, it's from nothing, you can actually get a chance of getting just a little bit more out of it. Oh, actually in this case this is one of the ones that doesn't do that. This is just the only form it's going to go. Okay, fair enough, that's fine. I just needed to know that, and I'm going to make this right now. Let's try this with a more conventional ore. Nickel will probably do it. I think some of the ores have not been all the way implemented to being broken down with the hammer and changing. And so I'm actually going to do that now. So if I take this, break these, see, there we go. That's exactly what you should be doing. Going to crush nickel ore. And every 4 of these, again, you'll be able to make another block with. So right now we got ore gravel that we're breaking down, and we're lagging a little bit. Why? Okay, so we got 9 of these. So we got 1 more than we started with, essentially. So we've increased our total just a tiny amount. And so we're going to break this all down again. And see, we got 5 again, and we got 9. So again, we got just a little bit more than we started with. Now, once we get to the dust level, it can't break down anymore, and you just want to smelt it. And so we got promethium. Yeah, and it's a good thing to know that the way that it's set up, shears and buckets and everything else can be made with just this kind of stuff. And so that's actually very useful. And so we're going to grab a bucket of lava. And there we go. Okay, so now that we've got our lava, we want to set up a lava generation system. Now, in this case, I know that in the normal overworld, lava and such, all the burning stuff is turned off, essentially. But I do not know if that's true for this world. So, since we do not want to burn our entire thing, since everything is made of wood, we're going to need to do something else. And so we're going to do some cobblestone. It looks like I might be a little short, so I'm actually going to sieve some dirt, make some cobblestone, and then we will use that for our lava gen system. Yeah, unfortunately wooden buckets, or in this case pumpkin buckets, cannot hold lava. This makes sense since they're made out of wood. I just wish that it were possible. Ah well. Worse things have happened. Oh yeah. I'm trying to keep all my crushed gravel and everything else together so I don't lose it all. Feces. As soon as possible, I'm probably going to want to try to make a force furnace. What does that require? Let's take a look. Because they have a couple of properties that actually make them very useful. Okay, iron and force ingots and a furnace. I could actually make that pretty soon here. I've got 19 of these. As soon as I get up to 27 of those, I will have enough of those to get the 3, and then the iron. And the reason those are useful is, one, they save fuel. So the fuel, whenever it consumes a piece of fuel, it saves all the energy from it, so it'll just stop after it's finished. It won't waste that energy. And the other reason is if it's next to a chest or something, it'll input its product directly into the chest. And so you can actually use that with a hopper to make a very easy automated system. And so we may end up doing that before too long here. But for the moment, we're not quite there yet. So we're going to... Actually, I'm just going to test a bucket of lava on everything. We'll see if it burns everything. And in the meantime, while I do that, I'm also going to grab a thing of water. So we'll do it near the edge, so it'll just head off the edge. Oop, not that. So if anything does happen and things start burning, we won't have to worry about it too much. So we'll just do that, and we'll be ready to take it back up if it starts burning things. It looks like it's not burning. That's good. Oh yeah, this is going to produce some lag if I let that keep going. But it looks like it's not going to burn, so that's a good thing. So I don't need quite as much cobble for what I'm going to do then. Still want something. Actually, I don't even need cobble. I can use wood. So if the wood's not going to burn, I can use wood. We'll use oak wood. Okay. So we just need to do a very basic cobble generation system. And this is like the most basic thing you can make. But it works, and that's all we want. It's for it to work. And I did that one block short. Okay, there we go, perfect. So, now we need to put our lava in. And then we need to put our water down as well. And I will need to put this here first, if I recall. There we go. Now, when they meet each other in the middle, it should produce cobblestone. Or it'll produce it over there. We do not want to get this to be... Actually, I think I may need to raise it up slightly. It's been a while since I made one of these, as you can tell. Well, we don't want to waste our cobblestone. But this is the worst possible tool to harvest it. think I'll just use the hammer. We'll get some gravel out of it. It'll be good. If it'll get to me before it burns, anyway. Yep, it did. Okay, good. So we're going to pick everything back up. There we go. That looks better. Oh, and we get stone out of it instead with this particular setup. Whatever works. So we just stand here. And then every time we harvest it, we'll get cobblestone. I need to find a way to prevent that from going my direction. I think there's an easy way to do that, actually. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, I put this in a biome with snow, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, that's easy enough to fix. Just put a torch next to it so it melts. Yep, see, I'm doing everything possible wrong so that when you do it, you'll actually get it right. Aren't you fortunate that you have somebody so willing to help you? Alright, where am I going with here? Okay, that's right, rubber. Might as well make some other torches while I'm at it. They're always useful. And some sticks. I have sticks around. We'll just make some. There we go. We may need to pick it back up again and tell it to work properly. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna... I don't actually want to leave it like that for a good reason, because it'll just go beneath here and produce lag, and I do try to make sure that the server has as little lag as possible. So we're going to do the trick I showed you before, like this, and I need some wood. Good. We're going to just produce some blocks beneath it. There we go. So now we have lowered that one there, and we can get out of it, hopefully. Get out of it! Well, regardless, we can lower that one, and... This is an exceedingly odd trap. It was not intended to trap me here, but, you know, sometimes form or function. That's okay, we can swim up on top of that. Okay. That was very silly, but, yeah, whatever else is new. Okay, there we go. Now, I think that will lower the water below it. I'm hoping it'll still let me harvest this. There we go. So now we can... Yeah, sometimes you're going to lose this to the lava, unfortunately. Unfortunately, a lot of times you lose to lava. Hoping by going over here, but nope. Yeah, but you can just kind of keep doing this. Eventually we'll have, we'll make something that'll automate this for us, but we're not quite there yet. But obviously this is a much faster way to get stone. Oop. Well, it doesn't really matter if that's there or not, I guess. Merely aesthetic. If we hit the very top of the block here, we can actually do that where we're not hitting anything else. Actually, now that I think about it, this is a good cobble gen system right here. And actually now we can make something to get this a little faster if we want. So depending on whether we use the hammer on it, yes, okay. Sorry, I was thinking to myself and going, how am I doing this logistically? Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lower this. Because we don't really want stone there for most of our purposes, because what we want to do is be able to make it automatically gravel or cobblestone, either one, depending on what tool we're using. And that makes it actually very simple. And actually, fine. Okay, bucket. I know this bucket's literally precious at the moment. 3 whole iron. Actually, we didn't actually use iron. We used promethium, didn't we? But yeah, much the same effect. Now I think it'll just be a regular block of stone, unless we'll find out. And it goes right there. Why does it go right there? Well, it doesn't matter. Because, I mean, by putting the block down that way, we know that it's not going to, the water will not spread into this block here. Oh, really? Again? Just anytime now. That either does not produce anything or it is lagging. Either way, we can fix it. I guess it was just lagging. Or no, I guess it was just, you break ice with one of these things, it's destroyed. Well, alright, that's alright. Probably means there's some kind of recipe. It wouldn't do that unless there was some kind of recipe there. It means it's probably just a rare chance of getting something out of it. This, and again, we won't need this block over here. We can just hit the top of it, and this will give us gravel every time, which is great because that means we can immediately sieve it. And this is so much faster than having to make dirt and then sieve it for cobblestone, and then break the cobblestone down into gravel, and then sieve it. You know, it's we're skipping out a whole crap ton of steps. So there's this, and then obviously don't forget the obvious other thing is that now that we got stone, we can make a stone hammer, which will last longer, and I think should be faster. So I'm going to do that now. Again, I need to make some sticks. I have wood on me. I always have wood on me, but I always don't use it properly. Sorry. I should probably have sticks on me all the time because they are useful. I'm going to make a couple of these because why not? Okay, a couple of stone hammers. Perfect. We'll finish up with our wooden one, of course. But the other thing, of course, is if you just want cobblestone out of this, make a stone pickaxe. And I think actually there might be some kind of stone thing we could make with the tool station. Oh yeah, just pickaxe. What else? And so we could do that, and probably will save us over time, and we'll probably end up doing that. I'll probably make this all out of stone here in a minute. I'm going to need a binding piece, though. So we'll have to make some patterns and do that. So we'll do that in a bit. In the meantime, I just wanted to show you this. Yeah, it looks a little faster. Oh, isn't that nice? Music to my ears. I think we're still losing a lot of them, but... Oh, no, we got that one. 24... Let's see, it's 25... 26... 27... 28... It's eventually... lagging... 28... 29... And that should be 30. We'll see how many we actually got. Okay, we got them all. Excellent. So it's working quite well because we're standing right next to it. Okay, and we'll just stone pickaxe. What a luxury. We have entered the Stone Age. It's funny, that actually is a luxury for us at the moment, isn't it? Because, yes, stone by itself is also very useful, so we're going to get as much of that as we can. Okay. So we got half a stack of cobblestone and half a stack of gravel. So much faster. Yeah, I guess I got a bunch of stone. I can turn into cobble. But it's no longer the urgent requirement it was. Our chickens are continuing to put out eggs, so we can continue to harvest those and see if we'll get anything out of them. I think eggs are compostable, but at this point it's not a huge deal anymore. We can, everything we compost, we can turn into dirt, and we can just kind of leave it there now. Let me take a quick look at the dirt one more time before we head out. Just see if there's anything in particular what we want it to be sieved for. Oh yeah, topiary grass. We may want to make some of this really quick. First, I'm just going to show you what we can do with the dirt, but then I'll show you why we'd want to make it topiary grass. Okay, so sacred rubber tree sap, which I ended up getting, by the way. I've got one of those. I'm not going to plant it, but I want to show you that you get one. Spruce, birch, potato, acorn. I've got all of these. Carrots, mana beans. Mana beans I may eventually want to automate this for to get out, but that will be until a long time from now when I'm doing Thaumcraft. Yeah, so for most purposes, once you get one of these, and once you get stone, which is the one thing we were really using this for, it doesn't matter anymore. And so that's excellent. So again, yeah, mana beans and so on, like I said. Mana beans we might want, but the one thing I want to show you, like I said, topiary grass, there's a use for this, in this sieve. And you just use your extra seeds, and you can turn your dirt into this, and then you can get new types of saplings. So sakura, eucalyptus, redwood, maple, amaranth, tigerwood, and so on. So I'm probably going to make some of that, but we'll do that in the next episode. So we'll do that in a little while, and I'll see you guys.